About 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago, we know that police officer Jake Pascucci, while off duty, was driving his private vehicle on Ocean Avenue and killed a pedestrian named Karen Borkowski. God bless her soul. As the holidays approach, it can be a very joyful time, but also a very sad time for many. And I have a hard time forgetting this incident. Immediately thereafter, I had asked you for information, and to be blunt, I was stonewalled, not being given any information. As weeks passed, we now know that the New Jersey Attorney General Office removed the City of Long Branch and the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office as the investigating agencies. We do not know why, as there remain questions, but we do know that Officer Pascucci has been formally criminally charged, meaning that a judge found probable cause with the criminal offense of vehicular homicide and DWI and other related offenses. So this means that a court and also the prosecuting agency believe that the death of Mrs. Borkowski caused by Mr. Pascucci was not the result of a mere accident, but rather was the result of criminal conduct that could put Mr. Pascucci in state prison for years. Tragic on both sides. No matter what, the fact remains that the actions do have consequences. And now he has been formally charged criminally with homicide. Why has Mr. Pascucci not been suspended without pay and brought up on departmental disciplinary charges? Mr. Pascucci is still working in police uniform, wearing a badge, and he has been formally charged with the homicide of Mrs. Karen Borkowski. My direct question, Mr. Mayor, why have you not suspended Mr. Pascucci? And don't try to give me the presumption of innocence excuse, because that is for his criminal charges. Probable cause has been found against Mr. Pascucci for criminal homicide. How can you in good conscience let someone continue to work for the city unless and until they are exonerated? Why has he not been suspended pending outcome of his criminal cases? And also, is this the type of leadership that the acting chief is giving? And if so, do you intend to still make him the actual chief? If anyone knows me, they know that I am a solid friend to law enforcement. You may not see it or understand it that way, but the rank and file, if they listen to what I say, clearly can see this. Being a police officer is a highly stressful job. They also have to work odd hours to cover a 24-hour window, which must have an effect on family and relationships because they are not available or have to sleep during what would otherwise be family time.
Mr. Verrochi, you have 1 minute.
Divorce is sadly rampant. We also know that quite recently a police officer in Deal was suspended, with substance abuse problems, was in a tragic accident near Monmouth University where he ended his own life in that accident. The issues regarding his substance abuse did not come until after his death. We also know that Officer Pascucci was at the very least intoxicated on alcohol. And with due respect, concern, and simply to understand, are there any screening procedures in place now, today, in effect, within the police department that check the police department's officers and the rank and file patrolmen for addiction and substance abuse issues?
Mrs. Verrochi, I'm sorry, your time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you.